Okay, as a full-time professional cinematographer and director, I am often finding myself either traveling or coming back home after a shoot, having to dump all this material and get ready to start editing it. And that means that a card reader is a very important thing. One, I want it to be portable if I'm out in the field on my laptop. And two, I want to have something that once I come home to my main computer, I can plug it in the Thunderbolt and know I'm going to get things dumped super fast so I'm not spending time waiting for this card to read. And that's why I kind of want to talk today about this. This is the Orico Professional Quad Card Reader. And this thing has some interesting Thunderbolt card reader capacities that if you're looking for a fast card reader with lots of different cameras, this might be something that could work for you. Now, full disclosure, Orico did reach out to me and send me a sample to review, but I'm not being paid with this. They don't get to review this in any way, shape, or form. They just wanted me to see this and give them my honest opinion, and that's what this video is about. Now, before I get into the specs of this, I do want to talk about why I think a quad reader is something that really makes sense in most professional shooting applications today. And that is, if you have a lot of the modern mirrorless cameras, like I'm a Canon guy, so I have R5s, I have R5Cs, and all of those have multiple slots. So I have a CF Express card, type B, and I have a straight up SD card. So right away, I have two different cards that I could potentially record to. Then when you take things like my Mavic, which has another type of card, and maybe my Osmo, all of a sudden you start getting lots of different card readers. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be out on site and have 4 different readers you want to do. You want to have a multi-card reader. And you also want to have one that is fast because you don't want to be sitting waiting forever for all this stuff to dump. And this is where this Orico has a couple of cool little features that I do think are worth pointing out. The first one is this. This can do simultaneous multi-card reading and transfer all at a high speed. And if you look right here, this is Thunderbolt compatible. So what that means is this really gives you a lot of versatility in one size. And as you can see, it's got 4 slots in it. It's got a CFA, it's got a SD 4.0, and it's got a TF 4.0, and it's got a CFB, CF Express card. So you can really take all of those things, your Mavic, your R5C, it doesn't matter, plug these in there. And what I like about this is you can actually start dumping them simultaneously. You're not waiting for things to go one at a time, which really, really helps when you've been shooting all day and just want to get stuff backed up as fast as possible. Now this has a CF Express Type A that goes up to 850 megabytes per second. It has a CF Express Type B, which is at 1500 megabytes per second. And this is going to be the card that if you're using Canon R5s, if you're using Red Komodos, if you're using Sony FX3s, if you're using Panasonic S1Hs, this is such a professional standard. So it's great to have this knowing you can dump that stuff at 1500 megabytes per second through this Thunderbolt port. It has TF cards, it has SD cards that can go up to 312 megabytes per second. And the good thing is, because this is a Thunderbolt connection, if you have a Mac, it's going to seamlessly connect to that without any problem. But you can also get this on Windows and iPad Pro and other devices, and it comes with a 40 gigabyte per second USB-C interface. So this ensures a nice wide compatibility across a lot of devices. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I am a Mac guy, so I haven't been able to test this on a non-Mac platform, so take that as you will. But on a Mac, you just plug this thing in and it just works. The other thing I like about this is the construction. It's kind of in this nice aluminum skinned housing, and this gives it a really good kind of what they call ice skin cooling foil, and that ensures that it's going to go a long time and not overheat, because when you start dumping footage on here, you'll notice these things tend to heat up really fast. So having any kind of card reader like this that it has cooling in mind, it's something you don't think about, but it does make a difference. Now, there was one other thing Orico sent me that I did think was a pretty nice little thing to look at, and it's this little 4-port USB 3.2 hub that they got. And this is a really nice thing if you are traveling, because it's got both USB 3 and it's got USB-C ports here in it, and it's just super small. So what I like about that is I can sit there, I can bring out my laptop, I can put this in and know that I got a multiple set of ports, and it covers a lot of range of technology, because I still use a lot of USB 3 hard drives and stuff like that, and I love having something like this on there that gives me something portable and small. It doesn't take up a lot of space in my laptop bag. Now, whenever I do a review of any product, I always like to point out any rooms for improvement. And from what I've seen, this thing is very fast. I can dump my footage very, very quickly, which is the number one thing I wanted to do. The only thing about this that I would say is a bit of a room for improvement would be, and it's not really room for improvement, it's just something that I found kind of unusual, is the fact that you have to insert your cards upside down in it to fit. So as you can see, I can take my SD card here and I can't fit it in right side up. I have to flip it upside down and do it. Same thing with my CF Express. I have to put it in upside down. It doesn't fit right side up. So that was a that's a little quirky thing. It still works completely fine, but just know when you're first getting it, you're gonna put it in and be like, oh man, it doesn't fit. Yeah, it does. You just got to turn it upside down. But anyway, so that is an Orico Professional Quad Card Reader. Does exactly what it says, does it all at once, and it does it fast, which is what I'm going to usually want to get from a card reader. Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear what you have to say with this. Leave me notes and comments down below. And yeah, go out there, keep on shooting, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.